Cue the music. As y'all can see, it's one of them days again. One of them one-of-a-kind days of one. One of those days where one of us listen to another one's discography. Look, if you're gonna be sub to this channel, you gotta keep up, my nigga. I don't care how much fucking nonsense I talk. That's what I made this channel for, so I could do shit like that. But yeah, y'all see what we about to do today. We gonna go through Lil BeBe's albums. I definitely have been looking forward to making this video. I've seen a good amount of people recommend it, so fuck it, let's do it. I'm definitely a fan of Lil BeBe. I think he's tough. I would say, generally speaking, he's probably at the top of the rap game right now. Now, if he's on top, you know, just to me, no homo, the answer is no, but I'd definitely put him top 3. I never been a heavy Lil BeBe listener. Like, I know all his big shit, but I never took the time to go listen to all his albums. And that's what the fuck we're doing today, so this should be exciting. If y'all don't know how this series works, while reviewing these albums, I will also be ranking them using this good old tier list. Obviously, an S tier list album is just absolute pure beauty in my ears. And an F tier album is absolute dog fucking shit dookie stuck in my ears. I will not be ranking collab albums or deluxe. I want to see what the artists can do on their own. As for deluxes, I'll actually start reviewing them, tell you if I fuck with it and shit, but I won't be ranking them. Lastly, this isn't one of those super critiquey music channel type things. My opinion is strictly just based off my preference and shit, and my opinion is not what's set in stone. Like, we all got our different shit. But as usual, I will not hesitate to call some shit ass. Speaking of calling some shit ass, I wouldn't call it ass, but shit's not good. I'm not really counting this against him too heavy. It's the first album, but yeah, this shit kinda, it felt basic, sounded like a nigga who's new to this. There were no songs that really stood out to me, and then there were songs that were just mid. It felt like you could tell what he was going for, but just didn't necessarily get it. My favorite 3 songs on here are 100 Round, Our Year, and Raxin. These songs I actually really fuck with, specifically 100 Round and Our Year. Everything else on this album, I'm sorry, just wouldn't come near my playlist. This is a pretty easy ranking for me. I got it at E. Not a fan of this album for real, and we can just move on.
Cook that shit up, Quay. Baby.
This nigga is now 2 for 2 on mid. Once again, not a fan of the album. This shit is in fact not harder than hard. Pause. Yeah, this shit is real disappointing. It's not much of a step up, if even a step up from the last album. This time though, there was 2 songs that did stand out to me. Narcs and My Dog. And my other favorite song on here is probably Minute. The first half of this album honestly isn't that bad. It's the fucking second half. Out of 12 songs, the last 5 did not get a single like from me. It still sounds like Lil BeBe's trying to figure out his sound and style. Like, I do not fuck with the Pain music. That shit is ass. I'ma have to give Lil BeBe another E for Everyone album, except that shit is not for everybody, cause it sucks. We are now 3 albums in, and I'm gonna be honest guys, it is looking historically bad for Lil BeBe right now. It is clear that he has gotten way better since the start of his career, cause the start of his career is some bullshit. He's whining in the songs, there's no consistency. Like, I haven't heard 5 good songs in a row. There's no doubt in my mind that it's gonna get better, but 2017 is just not a good year for this nigga. He got some bangers, you know, but as far as albums, that shit it's not good. This album was significantly better, significantly better than the other 2 albums. My favorite 3 songs on here are easy. Give me Freestyle, All of a Sudden, and Money Forever. These 3 songs, bangers, all get to be in the playlist. I also like Trap Star, and everything else was either like good, mid, or bad, all kind of just like of a blend. Now originally I was gonna have this at D tier, but with the songs I said, and more specifically Freestyle, I could give it the little edge to C tier. Also, can we please talk about the names he chooses for his albums? Harder Than Hard, To the Hard Way, Too Hard, Harder Than Ever, Drip Harder. Like, did nobody tell him how this looks?
Cook that shit up, Quay.
Now this shit is a masterpiece. Definitely one of my most favorite albums I've ever listened to. This time he actually was harder than ever. Dude, he has to go change those names. But nah, this shit was fire. Banger on banger on banger, no misses. You could tell he found his sound and absolutely abused it to the best of his ability. After hearing the intro, I knew this album was gonna be different. Yeah, this shit is a piece of work. My favorite 3 songs on here are very hard to choose, but I'ma have to go Life Goes On, Cash, and Southside. This nigga finally did it, had a good album. I was getting nervous, man. Now when ranking this album, I'ma be real. You call me biased, you call me stupid, but this shit is S tier. When you have no misses and 90% of the album is bangers, it can't be anything but S tier. Amazing album, like I said, one of my favorite now, and I don't have much more to say. This shit is fire. He did it again. Another good ass album by Lil BeBe. I don't think it was better than the last, but this shit was still fuego. Again, he went no misses, and to top it off with that, he had a few bangers in there. My favorite 3 songs, probably Ready, This Week, and Realest in it. Only 13 songs, but like I said, it was fire. When ranking this album, I got it at A tier. I wish it was a little bit longer, bro. This whole video has been a bunch of accidental gay jokes. But yeah, I fuck with this album. Beat selection was crazy, and Lil BeBe was going in on this shit, I can't lie. So yeah, I got this shit at A tier and we can move on.
Cook that shit up, Quay.
My Turn is an objectively great album. I won't say there's no misses. There's about like 3 songs I don't fuck with. But I think part of the reason I don't fuck with them is because the rest of the album is just that good. Out of all the albums, this album has easily the most bangers and the best. This is Lil BeBe's best album. I won't say that it's no discussion. If you like Harder Than Ever More, then yeah, I get it. But in my opinion, this is the best. Favorite 3 songs are tough to choose from. I'ma have to go Grace, Commercial, and Consistent. Honestly, damn near this whole album is in consideration for top 3 songs. As I said before, I'm gonna start listening to the deluxes, and he did not disappoint on the deluxe at all. Low Down and Social Distancing are beautiful. So yeah, ranking this is easy. I got it in S tier. This is peak Lil BeBe. You can see his progression through all the albums. Cause back in 2017, man, those are some dark times in that nigga life. But yeah, fire album, fire deluxe, and that's all I gotta say about it. Don't get me wrong, not a bad album, but there definitely should have been more. Unlike the last 3, I got bored as hell listening to this. It felt like a whole lot of shit I had already heard before. He didn't really switch it up, and for a lot of rappers that could be okay, but Lil BeBe not supposed to be one of those a lot of rappers. So yeah, I was a little disappointed by the album, but it wasn't bad. Pretty consistently like okay and good, but no song really stood out to me, caught my eye. However, I do have 3 favorite songs: Russian Roulette, Never Hating, and then probably Cost to Be Alive. I think this is a very solid B tier album. Definitely was hoping for a little bit more, but hey man, shit happens. And yeah, that wraps up my discovering discography for Lil BeBe. I feel like the question in the air is, did Lil BeBe peak? We know what he can do, we hear it all the time, but how is he gonna elevate? And you know, only time will tell. I hope y'all fuck with the video. I seen the other discographies y'all want me to discover, and best believe we gonna get to them. Best believe we gonna get to them Benjamins. Show me a motherfucker that I ain't better than. I love weed, it boosts my adrenaline. I can't speak, they think it's impediment. But this how I be when I take too much medicine. On God, my wrist president. On God, I fuck this bitch and I put that on God. I'm high as the fuck, bitch, I'm up there with stars. I look around, where the fuck is my home? They said, nigga, right where you are. I blast Treyyy when I'm in the car. My bitch get wet when she hit my bars. I'm heating up like a damn pot tart. I wrap up even though I'm raw. While this little pause is going on, you guys should subscribe and shit, you feel me? It takes nothing. Road to 5K. Go.